Behaviorism, it's an ideology or approach which motivates a citizen to achieve power, to sustain it, to influence oneself and others, and to organize associations or parties. In simple words, behaviorism, this is what every political ideology intends to do so. More specifically, behaviorism means an approach of political studies when you are using behavior as a tool of research. Now let's see some definitions of behaviorism. Different scholars define behaviorism in their own ways. Two very prominent and most commonly used definitions of behaviorism are: one is given by Loswell and another is given by Dull. Loswell, while defining political or behaviorism, he is saying that political behaviorism is politics who gets what, when, and how. That's how somebody is getting something, or what somebody is getting something, or when somebody is getting something by using politics or from politics is called behaviorism. Dull give a more precise and easy definition of behaviorism. He said the behaviorism is when you are describing the political events in terms of observed behavior of human beings. That is, if you are describing political events, or if you are explaining different political events in terms of observed behavior of human beings, not in terms of the political institutions, not in terms of political relations between, or the diplomatic relations. Even if you are going to explain the political relations or diplomatic relations, you are using observed behavior of human beings. That's the ideologies of human beings, how the people are reacting to different things. That is something you are using to describe the political events. Then you are using the behavioristic approach, or the behavioristic approach is the way of defining politics, or understanding politics in terms of the observed behavior of the behaviors of human beings. Uh, Crick Patrick used four postulates to explain the behavioristic approach. First, he is saying that if you are using behavior approach, you have, or if you are using behavioristic approach for political research, that in political research you will be using behavior of people, not political institutions. That's, you will not use political institutions as the tool or the unit of research. You will use the behavior of people. For example, you will use the voting behavior of people, not the system of voting. That's, if you are going to have a research, or if you are going to conduct a research in the elections in Pakistan, then you will be using the voting behavior of Pakistanis for your conducting, for your research. Not you, you will not use the election commission of Pakistan as a tool for the research. You will not use the structure of election commission. You will use the behavior of people for voting as a political, as a tool for your research. This is the first postulate. And the second is that to admit all social sciences as behavioristic. That you will accept that all social sciences are behavioristic, and you will also accept that political science is a social science. That is, first you use the behavior as a unit in place of political institutions, and then you admit that all social sciences are behavioristic, and you also accept that the political science is a social science. And to define the object of political science in form of systematic and empirical science. That is, after that you will define political science in form of systematic, empirical, a practical science, not a theoretical subject. That's using a behavioristic approach, you have to define political science as a practical science, an empirical science, not a theoretical subject. And last, you to survey, to classify, and to arrive algebraic equations so far as possible. for the assessment of purity of facts. Now remember guys, it's really difficult to develop algebraic equations in political science. So far we don't have well-defined methods of using algebraic equations in political science, but the behavioristic approach insists to survey, classify, and arrive at algebraic equations to bring purity to facts, or purity of facts. You have to use algebraic equations to survey, classify, and to arrive algebraic equations to achieve the purity of facts. If these four postulates are followed, then you can say that the behavioristic approach is adopted. These four postulates were set by Kirkpatrick, a well-known political thinker, a political researcher. And the first thing he said, that's the political research in which behavior is constituted as unit in place of political institutions, and to admit all social sciences as behavioristic, and to accept that political science is one of social science. And then you have to redefine political science in form of a systematic and empirical science. And last, you have to survey, classify, and to arrive at algebraic equations so far as possible for the assessment of purity of facts. Thank you for joining. Take care. Goodbye.